The power of patience and persistence. How to achieve anything in life. It was a hot summer afternoon in the small town of Kishangar. 11-year-old Kabir was sitting under a banyan tree near his home, staring at the kite he had been trying to fly all day. No matter how hard he ran or how high he threw it, the kite refused to soar. Frustrated, he plopped down on the ground, defeated. "What's the point? It's impossible," he muttered, tossing the kite aside. Just then, his grandfather, an old man with silver hair and kind eyes, walked over and sat beside him. "What's impossible, Kabir?" he asked with a smile. "This kite!" Kabir exclaimed. "No matter what I do, it won't fly. I guess I'm just not good at it." His grandfather chuckled softly. "Let me tell you a story," he said. "There was once a farmer," his grandfather began, "who dreamed of growing the tallest bamboo tree in the village. He planted a bamboo seed, watered it, and cared for it every single day. But for an entire year, nothing happened. The seed didn't sprout, not even a tiny. In the small town of Kishangar, an 11-year-old boy named Kabir learns the power of patience and persistence with the help of his wise grandfather, who teaches him that success requires time and effort, much like a bamboo tree that takes years to grow roots before soaring tall. People in the village laughed at him. "Give up," they said. "You're wasting your time." But the farmer didn't listen. He kept watering the seed, day after day. Another year passed, then another. Still nothing, but the farmer stayed patient. Finally, in the 5th year, something incredible happened. The bamboo seed sprouted, and within 6 weeks, it grew over 80 feet tall. Kabir's eyes widened. 80 feet in 6 weeks? That's crazy! His grandfather nodded. But do you know why it happened so quickly? For all those years, the bamboo wasn't doing nothing. It was growing its roots underground, preparing to support its immense height. Without those strong roots, it wouldn't have been able to grow so tall or withstand the wind. He looked at Kabir and said, "The same goes for achieving anything in life. You may not see results right away, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Success takes time, effort, and persistence. You have to keep working, even when it feels like you're getting nowhere." Kabir picked up his kite, thoughtful. "But what if I keep trying and still fail, Dadu?" His grandfather smiled. "Failure isn't the opposite of success, Kabir. It's part of it. Every mistake teaches you something. The only true failure is giving up. Let me show you." Together, they adjusted the kite's string and tail. Kabir noticed small things he hadn't paid attention to before, like the wind direction and the tension in the string. This time, when he ran with the kite, it lifted into the air, wobbling at first, but eventually soaring high against the blue sky. "I did it!" Kabir shouted, his face beaming with joy. His grandfather clapped. "See? You didn't give up, and now your kite is flying. Remember, Kabir, achieving anything in life is just like this. It takes patience, learning, and persistence. One step at a time, and you'll get there." Years later, Kabir often thought about that day under the banyan tree. As he pursued his dream of becoming an engineer, there were countless moments when he felt like giving up, difficult exams, failed experiments, and sleepless nights. But his grandfather's story about the bamboo tree stayed with him. He learned to embrace the process, to keep building his roots even when progress seemed invisible. And when he finally graduated and landed his dream job, he realized the truth of his grandfather's words. The roots of persistence and effort had made his success. In the small town of Kishangar, an 11-year-old boy named Kabir learns the power of patience and persistence with the help of his wise grandfather, who teaches him that success requires time and effort, much like a bamboo tree that takes years to grow roots before soaring tall.